with the tarot reading for potential Tropical Cyclone 4. I'm labeling it as that because I have doubts it'll become Danielle, but who knows? And if it does become Danielle, I'll just change the title and hashtags and stuff. So like I do with playlists. So we're starting off strong with the Eight of Swords. Is that a sign of strength, though? Ferocious Taskmaster. Ferocious sounds strengthy. Um, this is the message implicit in the Eight of Swords. We are not bound by outside forces, but rather by the immobilization caused by our mental position. Now, this is a storm. There's no mental position with this. We find ourselves in a situation where the mind has run away with us and left us in a state of delusion. We feel fearful, insecure, indecisive, and vulnerable. The storm is going to be a bit fragile. It's going to be encountering some stuff that's going to, um, yeah, it's going to help, that's going to hinder its growth. But also I sense this might have a little bit of a stalling period, so might try to pull some. This is sensing a bit of a. So we got Ace of Wands. Not the Knight of Cups. Ace of Wands. Inspirational energies are awakening with the Ace of Wands. With the appearance of this card, we catch the first glimpse of our ability to develop our spirituality through conscious thought and action. That will be the start of, well, peak hurricane season. This is the start of things to come. And, well, yeah. So, the second half of August is looking to be a bit more active than, well, July and the first half of August. Reminds us that we possess latent talent and creativity that is yet to be tapped. So yeah, there's a lot of energy potential with the Atlantic, and Danielle's the first domino. Potential Tropical Cyclone 4. Danielle, what do you want to call it? So we got Six of Pentacles reversed. So it is key to recognize that balance is a key message. Balance is a powerful force when put into action. There's a huge imbalance right now, and is going to be exposing the greed in the people that are affected. It could very well expose greed in stuff. But yeah, there's a huge imbalance right now with Danielle, potential Tropical Cyclone 4. What do you want to call it? Now we got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Hard work emerges again. Yeah, the appearance of this card points to our dedication to the work that has captured our attention and commitment. Through discipline and focus, we have done our very best to hone our skills, and our achievements reveal great attention to detail. We execute our tasks with great purpose and determination, and in the process we have learned to harness our energies and master our skills. The dedication we express is evident in our personal success, our acquisition of wealth, and the contribution we make to our community. Note that this is reversed, so opposite effects are in play. So yeah, with this card, the storm is gonna probably get a bit greedy with the ingredients it has access to. But that's what it's telling me. But yeah. So it might hinder stuff from forming in the Gulf for a hot minute. But we got Judgment. That I find interesting. Judgment summons us to expand understanding of what is true and what is false. It beckons from within, inviting us to self-realization and awareness. By answering its call, we liberate ourselves from the limitations of self-doubt, guilt, ill will, and the false appearances overshadowing our perceptions. Living through our minds, we may be fixated by the pull of emotions and repetitiveness, sometimes overwhelming thoughts. This gives us a false sense of life, hiding in our true nature and keeping us in the dark. Judgment trumpets a resounding call, lifting us out of an antiquated perceptions that are no longer serving us. As we awaken from the slumber of this human experience, we see the world through new eyes. So it's like this storm might do something that will cause a awakening for those impacted. So this will be a wake-up call. King of Cups. Self-controlled, level-headed, and steady. This is coinciding with Judgment. But yeah. Uses emotions wisely, with sensitivity, understanding, and a concern for the betterment of others. He is aware of his responsibility as a father figure in the midst of a tumultuous world. He is articulate and an excellent communicator. His king has great insight into the emotions of others, which makes him a wonderful and diplomat and humanitarian. So this is going to be a huge, like, whatever this thing's does, it's going to trigger a huge, like, relief effort. This will bring the community together. But there will be some greedy bastards in this. That's what the two pinnacles here, the two pinnacle cards that are upside down, brings out, that there will be some greedy bastards involved. But speaking of pinnacles that are reversed, two of pinnacles in reverse. So seems like all the pinnacles are going to be in reverse in this one. I'm trying to get to two of pinnacles, but it's like it's in a page that doesn't want to get turned, and it's like, okay, here we go. Two Pinnacles is all about, again, this brings out about imbalance in the atmosphere. We act in a way that is most beneficial in all. Again, this reiterates the greediness outcome that will expose itself in some of the people. But in all, this is talking about the imbalance in the atmosphere, and what's gonna fuel Danielle. I'm thinking Danielle might be a bit too generous in terms of giving tornadoes, producing tornadoes. So we got Ace of Cups. Here we go. Ace of Cups. It exudes harmony, peace, tranquility, and the most powerful emotion of all, love. The Ace reminds us that we encounter life's many emotional situations. We should always keep love as the highest goal. Again, this storm will bring communities together, with the aftermath. But it's going to be a bit of a doozy to get to that aftermath. Got Page of Wands. A bit too far. There we go. Is imbued with a youthful enthusiasm. Creativity is astir in this young soul with deep spiritual roots. The Page of Wands is bursting with a new vision and ready for adventure. Just a few of the special powers this page possesses are intelligence, artistry, a psychic flair, and freshness. Planning and researching a project in all of its aspects is indeed wise, but the Page of Wands suggests that it is also important to channel some exuberant wonder into the task. Through his example, the Page of Wands demonstrates that by rekindling and harnessing youthful energy, we can achieve even greater accomplishments. So, again, we talk about bringing the community together. Particularly the younger generations will be a bit more active in this community upbringing after the storm passes. So pay attention to the kids, I guess. But finally, that's 6 of Cups reversed. But yeah, this is going to be a huge thing that's happening. It's going to trigger a huge domino effect. But yeah, 6 of Cups is a renewal and new beginnings. We are left behind self-doubt and fears, and after we are ready to begin sharing feelings of generosity. Okay, this brings about some greedy bastards gonna get involved and manage to cover something up to the point where no one learns. But it's gonna be a wake-up call, but it's gonna get completely shut down by those that want to keep us asleep on this. But the youth is the answer to keeping people awake, of waking people up and keeping them awake. After the storm. So I guess there's something else involved. Like, I'm sure if I were to draw another card, it'd probably be like 10 of Swords or something. Like, there's something else involved. But I'm kind of curious now. What is the next card? 9 of Swords. Wasn't far off. Wasn't far off. Like, out of curiosity, what would the 9 of Swords be? Because 10 of Swords means there's something else. 9 of Swords leads to an awakening. There's going to be a huge awakening. King of Swords. Boom. This coincides with King of Cups. Not King of Swords. King of Cups. There's going to be an awakening. That's what that tells me. But yeah. Let's do a 12, just to make even number. Page of Swords. Does this reiterate awakening? Rises above all difficulties. The character holds that sword high and extending it into the heavenly realms. This is an indication of readiness, growth, and a clear vision. So, looks like those that awaken will overcome those that will try to keep people asleep. I guess this is more or less pertaining to the whole climate change situation. But yeah, that's what that's pertaining to. This whole climate change situation. People are going to be waking up, and they're going to be tired of people keeping us asleep on this, and they're going to do what they can to bring action. So Danielle's going to be potential tropical cyclone 6, or Danielle is going to do something that will cause people to wake up, and they're not going to go back to sleep. So yeah, that's about it. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream.